I was like a very different person. Like, and I was like to do that is just should like as if it's like you have a pet and you're like you love that pet, but it's like you always see that pet as wrongness. So you keep that pet in a cage and you're just feeding it.
Yeah.
And I can recall it's like when I started with the relationship on different tools and access tools, and I started like I let that body out. It's like my body is like was refusing to like I was asking question, but my body was refusing to answer or like to give me awareness, because it's like I kept that pet in a cage for a long time. So like it wants to go out and it's like judgment, judgment. So it's better just to be quiet.
Hello and welcome everyone to this episode of Relationships on Different Podcast. Today I have my dear friend and amazing Relationships and Different facilitator, Anaa Abualfaraj. Hello, Anaa.
Hi, thank you, Leandra. How are you?
I'm great. Anaa, she facilitates classes from Access Consciousness and Relationships and Different in Saudi Arabia, in Middle East, and all over the world online. So it's a privilege to have you here. I know that you are in a very unique part of the world, and talking about relationships, even, you know, it's what gift you are, and so many other facilitators. So thank you for being here. And I have a question for you. So how was your life before being a relationships and different facilitator, and how is it now after being one?
First, thank you for having me. Like you said, it's like I come from the part of the world relationship was a taboo. It has to be like the only relationship that I know, it's a marriage relationship. There is no relationship with money, no relationship with self. It's just like, you're doing something haram, or it's like, it's just a taboo. So honestly, I started Access Consciousness and the journey for Access Consciousness just to have a relationship with myself. Because I was like, I can have a relationship with myself. No one can tell me that is no. And I always was a fighter and looking for this kind of relationship.
Uh-huh.
So I never like knew that I can be interesting point of view and no one is right, no one is wrong, and I can have my way. So being in that journey, choosing to be RDD or relationship, done different facilitators, like it gave me myself.
Yeah.
When I thought it's like myself, it was lost with everything I was in judgment for or to.
Yeah. I love that. It's almost like it's being allowed to really explore what it is that you can have the relationship with you, right?
Exactly. And the body and the self and when I started to learn that with myself, it was easier to apply that with other people or like a partner or a friend. But before, it's like having a relationship with self. How I'm going to be kind with other people if I don't know kindness with self?
Yeah.
And it started with relationship with bodies. I come in a part of the world that everything is taboo. Skin is taboo. So I was born with having this thing that I'm carrying around, but I don't know how to love, I care for, how to listen to.
Yeah, I love that. And let's dive in, because I know you want to talk about relationships with body and self. So, and I love that you brought the conversation of even, you know, you don't grow up showing up your skin in Saudi Arabia. So how is it for you now? And what do you see that sort of not only Saudi Arabia, but how people are looking to the relationship with their bodies and self?
It's around the world. It's not, I was raised in a different spectrum. So like judgment was, it's like, if your voice was loud, it's a taboo because you're a woman, you have to be quiet. And it's like, if a man hear your voice, that can put you in a problem, and it's a taboo. And even it's like showing skin. So it was a judgment in some certain way towards self. And now it's like what I see in social media is the picture of perfection. It's like all body type. There is a one body type that everyone looks for, and one skin color that is like everyone wants it. Like when I was growing up, it was Barbie. the white one, and now it's tanned. Everyone wants to be tanned, but it's just like someone is broadcasting. It's like what body has to look like, and everyone is a follower, and that creates so much judgment because what we see in social media is a perfection, and then it's like that what we want, that's the ideal, and what we look in with the body is like, doesn't fit the spectrum. So I hate this thing.
It's almost like a fantasy look that, made by the filters or, whatever procedure someone is doing. So how do you see that? Do you see that that's changing, or do you see that we reached the peak on how people see their bodies and the relationship they're having with this sort of looking for look like what is it out there in social media and so on?
It's changing, and at the same time putting a lot of people in judgment. So changing for whomever wants to ask for change and to start a relationship with body, and not changing for seeing like this is ideal. So it's basically to like everyone how like it depends on everyone how they take it.
Yeah,
it could put a lot of judgment on a person, and it's like if when we see the ideal and we think this is the perfection, it creates just a separation with self. Because like whatever I'm having, it doesn't match whatever it's broadcasted. So like what I have is so bad, and I would never reach that. And it was like, I had like a very interesting relationship with the body. So it was my way to quiet myself is to eat. And it was my way to fit with everyone to eat. And if I have a voice in the world and I want to quiet it, it's like I eat. So it's like in my 12th grade, I was like around 100 kilos, which is in pound, 200 pounds. And because I was hating of myself and
the way that you could cope with what was around you was
around you. I was like a very different person. Like, and I was like to do that is just shut, like as if it's like you have a pet. And you're like, you love that pet, but it's like you always see that pet as wrongness. So you keep that pet in a cage and you're just feeding it.
Yeah.
And I can recall it's like when I started with the relationship on different tools and access tools, and I started like, I let that body out. It's like my body is like, was refusing to like, I was asking questions, but my body was refusing to answer or like to give me awareness. Because it's like I kept that pet in a cage for a long time. So like it wants to go out and it's like, judgment. So it's better just to be quiet.
Be quiet. And was there a specific tool or moment in your life that you could shift there? You were aware of that and you're like, okay, body, what can I be? How can I change that? Was that questions or?
At first, when I heard Gary Douglas, the founder of Access Consciousness, saying like you and your body, you work in a relationship together. So it's you and your body. So I was like, so I am I can't control my body. It's like my body has awareness by itself. Okay, let me discover all of that. So what else is possible with body? And I used to always love this question. What do I love about carrying a weight that I love to hate?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I started to ask this question every day. And what is the value in having this body that is like I'm always in constant judgment of every part of it? And if you know the clearing statement, I used to clear it. And I was like, body, show me. How can I be in relationship with you? Show me the way. Show me what body.
Start talking to your body, basically.
Yes, started talking to my body with no awareness, no answer, no nothing. I just like, okay. But I was like determined into creating this relationship. And I started one day, it's like when I wanted to pee, I felt that I'm gonna pee. I said, no, body, give me signals. But it doesn't know how to go with different things. Because it's like it was the body, like the food was a way to shut me down. But it's like when my body wants to go to the bathroom, it gave me signs. So I was like, body, I'm determined. No, what can I be or do for you different here? What would it take? And I started to listen. Like when I started to eat some certain food, my body was reacting in a different way. When I ate other things, like my body was happy. And then it's like, okay, let me start to walk. I didn't work. Now it's like, you know me, I work out every day, but I wasn't doing that. I used to work out from a judgment or hating to work out from everyone else who does this belongs to. And then it's like, no, my body, I started like my body walk. Like, okay, I started to walk, do a few steps. Okay. And now like, and then I asked my body, it's like, what kind of workout do you enjoy? And I started to go around with different things. And it's like, my body loved this, like a weight training. Okay. How many days a week? It's not like a right, like awareness. I started to go twice. And then it's like, no more, 3 times. Okay. Then it's like, my body can go for more, like 4 times. Do you love that? Yes.
It's almost like it feels good, so let's do it again, and let's follow that. And because I can hear, I could, see people asking, but how do you talk to your body? How do you start to listen to? And to me, so I love the way that you start to ask the questions and just start to be aware. And
exactly. I remember once, it's like I asked my body, it's like, just tell me, I'm just gonna give you your time. What is the one thing that I eat that you don't like? And I was with that question maybe for 4 or 5 months. And then it's like I started to be aware when I eat sandwiches or bread or anything that has like what is it?
our gluten.
Gluten, my body just reacts in a different way. I was like, okay, you don't want me to eat gluten, pizza, sandwiches. And I stayed for like, and like for 2 years, I didn't eat like maybe gluten until it's like, okay, there's no other food. And then I did like the gluten test, blood test. I didn't have like allergy toward gluten. It's just like my body doesn't desire it.
Doesn't like. Wow, that's so cool.
Now when I travel, I just ask my body just to slow down. We're gonna eat some gluten, and we're back when we're forward home. I'm just gonna cut that off.
So you have this allowance. You're not really fixed. No gluten, isn't it? It's more like, okay, so we have gluten now, and be aware of what is happening with your body. So
because even with the body, it has like the body sometimes it rebels against a person. Like I respect everyone who's vegetarian or vegan, but when they take it like as something that is fixed, the body starts to react toward it. I always say it's like wake up every day and choose what you want to eat. Choose to be. It's like it's a constant choice. Choose to be vegan. So the body goes with the journey. Like when I wake up in the morning, I choose. It's like body, we choose to be this way. And now it's like I choose to eat this protein. Like mostly it's like protein based diet, but it's just out of choice. And if there's no protein, I go whatever is there.
Yeah.
It's not
so yeah, it's like this exploration and non-stop questioning what it is. And because when you look at nowadays, and when we start talking about, when we start these conversations, like, people see what they see on social media or so on, and they're like, oh, I want this body, and they go for the quick fix of it. So what you're saying is like, is really when you are present in asking the questions, because I know you have this beautiful petite body, you have muscles and so on, and it's almost like, wow, I cannot really see you with, I don't know, 40 more kilos or 50 more kilos. It's amazing. So what else would you tell everyone that's listening now, to what that can be in this place of, I'm not really happy with my body, I would like to be that, but it's like, even I cannot reach there, or this is too far from me, like to really be in their bodies and change and listen to it?
Yeah. First, start with the 5 elements of intimacy with bodies. Honestly, that's what I did. I like the 5 elements of intimacy is first trust, gratitude, allowance,
Vulnerability.
and vulnerability.
Yeah.
So I used to do this like every day. I bring a paper, and first I write okay, I'm gonna start with the vulnerability. So I listen to all of the judgment, and I don't try to fix them, because with the body we always we try to fix them because it's here. It's not an other person. Like, how can I be vulnerable with the body? So I ask, how can I be vulnerable with the body? And then it's all of this judgment just comes. You're fat, you're not beautiful, you don't have the standard beauty, you have all of this skin in your body. So I know. But interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Because whenever it's I hear when I see myself in the mirror, because I was born as seeing myself as the ugliest one in the room and the fattest. And I always cut myself because I'm not pretty enough. And it's we were just in Costa Rica, me and Leandra, and she was my beautiful roommate. And I was telling her, I never received these compliments about me and my body and my sexualness. It was just different space for me, because I always was the ugly woman there. So that the ugly comes, and it's because whenever I say I'm ugly, I'm beauty, it just it's both different. Exactly. It's either or universes. So okay, I'm ugly. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. Body, me, my being. How can we change this? How can we have how can I be with my own beauty? How can I discover that? What is possible with that? And then I trust my body just to choose the way it is. And I'm trusting myself is to have the energy and the capacity to change whatever is there. I'm not my age. I just choose whatever fits me. It's all of the spectrum is age, 35, 30, I'm 38, and it's whatever is just interesting point of view. And then I'm lost. Was I'm almost going back with the time when I used to do it. And I'm always in gratitude. Thank you for showing up. And I chose the places that I used to love. I always loved my collarbone.
Yeah.
So I start with the things that I love about my body. And it's the bone I have here. I love my arms. So no judgment. Whereas there's a place, because when it's gratitude always brings more.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And there will be one thing, if it's no, I don't, but there will be at least one thing that you like about your body.
Exactly.
There, right?
Exactly. And then I started to notice my eyes, and I started to notice other things, because I was so focused in the judgment. There's no place of gratitude. And if there's a gratitude, there is no judgment.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Yeah.
And honor, it's I started to with honoring, I feel questioning, it's a way of honoring the body. It's how can I honor you today? What kind of shampoo do you want me to put in my hair? What kind of food? What kind of coffee? It's when I go to supermarkets and there's two kind of coffees. One is more expensive. I used to always buy the cheap. And I was body, what kind is gonna honor you?
Yeah.
And then it's the pillows. When I sleep, it's I choose a very comfortable pillow. And it's now I have the mattress that contributes to my back very well. It's and it's just with clothing. And it's what is if honoring you? Because I was raised in a very a conservative society. So when I changed, at the beginning, it was do I remove the jacket? Do I put the jacket? Buddy, what kind of shirt they're gonna honor you? And it just play around. It's honoring you with this. Do you want to show more skin, buddy? No, it's just with playing with honoring and just constant playing.
It's constant playing and really being present with you and your body, right? You're not really. It's almost like it's not almost, but you're in first place in your life, and your body is there, super present. And I love that. Yeah.
Allowance. Okay. So this is me.
Yeah. Yeah.
If there is no any walls, this is me. How can I be in the world? Body, show me. Body, show me. Because it's we chose this amazing body. It's if we don't have bodies, it's you can't hear me now. We can't be in this Zoom. People will gonna not look at us. It's it's the vehicle we chose to move around in the world. And it's so if I chose this vehicle, how can I honor it more? how can be like an allowance for you to be the way you are, and just we play with that with no judgment.
Yeah.
We play with it.
This last bit is the playfulness and the fun with the body that, you know, at some point we lose it as either we grow, you know, independent of the family and the culture that we are, but we kind of lose this fun bit of, you know, the playfulness and moving your body. So what if you can, as you said, just go back and, you know, what would be fun for you to do and be with your body. So cool. Anat, so is there any questions that, you know, before we go, that you'd like to leave the listeners with, or any tools? You gave us already so many, but anything that you would like to leave our listeners with today, with the body?
Yeah, I love like when you wake up in the morning, what else is possible, and what else is possible with your body, beautiful body, and body, show me the magic that you can be.
Yeah.
And just stop judging. Whenever you hear yourself judging your body, say, put a book. How can we change this? And I know it's like, since we wake up and we open our phone, it's all like whatever is like we open is give us like a lot of broadcasting about the judgment and shame, like ashame the body. And sometimes in the social media, they take it from the other spectrum. So if that doesn't work, and if the age, and it's like, there's like, if it's not like age for a woman or a man to be or change, what can we choose beyond all of that?
I love that. What is possible?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Anna. Thank you for this conversation.
Thank you. How does it get any better?
Yes, and for you that's wondering, where can you find out more about those tools that we've been talking about, you can go to accessconsciousness.com. There's also the YouTube channel for Access that's huge with all of the tools that we've been talking. And yeah, so we will have now all of the details about Anaa. If you want to hear more about her and her classes and what she's up for it, you will find out. Anaa, thank you so much. And I hope very soon. Bye. Bye, everyone.